Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Sister Janice. I always talk about Sister Janice on my social feeds and Facebook, and my friends call her affectionately Sister Janice. Y'all know me. I'm Charity Bailey. And Mom turned 73 yesterday. We're going to post this for Women's History Month, but I have my own living piece of history right here. And recently we've just been kind of talking about the different stages and phases in life. And you just have a wealth of knowledge.
It's limited.
It's limited? Okay, well.
Limited to my life.
Well, you've lived a good life.
And visions. Yes, and views and opinions.
She has a lot of opinions and shenanigans, but okay.
Okay.
So to all the ladies out there, what is something that you have learned that, like, what piece of advice would you give that you'd like to pass along to younger women?
I think for young women, especially young Black women who were born and raised in this country, descendants of slaves,
and royalty. We was royalty first.
Yes, but slaves in this country. For those descendants, don't ever accept the word no. Don't have can't in your vocabulary inside yourself. Don't say, I can't do this. Whatever you decide you want to do in your life, with your life, make up your mind and do it. You all have Google, you research everything. Make up your mind what you want to do and go for it. And if times get hard, you can overcome anything through prayer and perseverance. And that's what I would say. Make up your mind what you want to do and do it.
Yesterday I mentioned something to you, and you said something about your mind, your position on things changing as you grow and learn.
My position on things.
You mentioned that as women, that sometimes, like, allow yourself to be able to change perspective.
Oh, we're good shapeshifters.
What does that mean?
Like when I was in my 30s, I wasn't who I was when I was 20. When I was 20, I wasn't who I was at 15.
That's evolution.
Yeah. Yes. And so even my mindset was different. A lot of my things that I thought and understood were because at my young teen years, I had lived overseas. So I saw a different perspective of life.
So travel was big. Yeah.
And to learn to appreciate the things that we have in this country that other people in other countries do not have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And poverty is poverty. We're just seeing homeless people in Sacramento and all over the United States, but there are people in other countries who live on very minimal. And in the 60s, when I was in Europe, you saw it a lot. People's dream was to come to the United States. And that's why you have a lot of army wives, they call them.
So in allowing your perspective to change, what have you learned about yourself and about the world?
That I can do it, that I can change, that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Even though at early times in my years, I didn't realize he was giving me the strength, But I learned that I can change with the times. And now at this age, I'm not changing. I don't have a desire to change a lot, but except to learn to understand my relationship with my daughters and how they feel about me, because I'm not perfect, and I always told them I wasn't perfect, but now they're really seeing it.
Know that you're human.
Yeah.
And I think that as we grow into our womanhood and, like, Nelly motherhood, it's like, that's what that was about. Got it. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, no, young women, you have a lot in front of you, a lot of opportunities, and just don't let anyone squash your dreams. And you're going to come across dream squashers in every shape, size, ethnicity, even within your own families, there are people who will think to themselves, "Oh, she thinks this and she thinks that, or she can't do this." No.
But you were also very good about fostering our relationship.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God.
Yeah. But the big thing was, you're gonna have to fight out there. We don't fight in here. But like, my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest supporters are my sisters, and vice versa. And even as we go out into the world and we have these, personal dreams and then collective dreams, we really support each other.
And I love it.
Yeah. But you really fostered that. You and Daddy did
I
a
would
good
cry
job.
if y'all fought.
I know. Even now when we argue, you be crying. I'm like, we just gotta fight this one out, Sister Janice. Like, we just gotta argue it out. We'll be fine.
Wait a minute. Y'all were at my house one day. The three of you were on the side of the house.
A big old argument on the side of the house.
And I didn't know what was going on. I heard boom, boom, boom.
The boom, boom was probably Nelly.
I went around there and yeah, it's okay, Mama. It's okay. It's all over. Oh my goodness.
But we fought it out, argued it out, and then we was okay. And
I've always said that because you all love each other, you're not jealous of each other, and you have different gifts and talents, that you make perfect business people together. Perfect, that's the triune.
Yeah.
The triune God. Yes. And I still believe that. I don't care.
We working on a few things. We are.
Good.
Yes. Well,
because that's unity.
It is unity.
Mm-hmm.
But I love you, and I appreciate you, and that's what this weekend was supposed to be about, just for us to be able to shower you, let you relax. Sis got on her robe. We've been in the room hanging out, eating good, drinking good, and we got a little more in store. But we are taping this for Women's History Month, and so I just thought I would share the gift that is Sister Janice,
your mama,
my mama, with everybody, but the ladies in my social circles as well. So
okay,
yes, I love you. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans.
But you know what? It's fun. It's fun to see you in, even when I come to visit you in wherever you're living. I mean, in your little apartment in Oakland, that was the most peaceful. Walk in the door and you feel hugged.
Yeah.
You're a homemaker, Charity. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You do know it?
I know now. Yeah. Before people would joke
you're
about that.
You're a nurturer. Your home space is nurturing,
And my prayer is that
that's your name.
Yeah. And my prayer is that anybody who comes into my space feels loved and feels cared for, feels appreciated and cherished. And honestly, that's my prayer in general, is that when I go out into the world to meet people, whether it's, in person or like on the TV screen, is that I leave a mark on them, that I make them feel warm and fuzzy and special and seen. Because so many people do not feel seen. So even with that, I know I move in big circles and I have a lot of friends and all of that, but like, it's important for me to actually get to know people individually.
And I noticed that about you and Janelle. I haven't picked it up in Libby yet, but acknowledging people. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, yeah,
it's just like, that little bitty thing.
Yep, you made somebody's day. But also they make your day. Like that exchange is an exchange of energy. Like, hey girl, oh, hey girl, a quick hey girl can change somebody's day.
And the other thing I noticed about you and Janelle is you compliment women.
Oh, of course.
You just really
let's go, sis.
I do. I watch that. Y'all don't know that I'm observing, but I see.
Y'all taught us to be, because so many times, especially as Black women, people want to pin us as angry. And as we are competing, it's enough space and room for all of us. We all have different gifts, so we're going to compliment each other's gifts. And I will say, that's what I appreciate about my friend circle now, is that we all have
whatever you need.
Yeah, it's like, let's get
basically,
it. We're not in competition. Like
they say, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to be successful too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because no man is an island. That's an old book.
Yeah, I know.
But it's very true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
And as women, we gonna conquer the world together. Hey. Okay, let's go party. We got big plans for you tonight.
Okay, and I gotta roll my hair.
I know you do. Love you.
I love you more.
Cheers.
Turkey belly.